and thanks for watching Proactive New York. I'm Christine Corrado. With me right now is Gerald Commissiong, CEO at Todos Medical. Gerald, great to see you. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good, thanks for asking. Gerald, let's start off with the fact that you came out with an operational update today. What were the highlights there?
Well, the highlights are really that our base business of PCR testing is continuing to grow, and we see it growing really in two ways. One, we've now installed liquid handling machines that allow for increased capacity at one of our clients, and the second install is currently in process. That is going to increase the number of tests we can run per day, which is going to significantly increase our throughput. And then as part of that, we're also expanding the revenue per test by not only selling the extraction reagent that allows to extract the viral RNA, but now also selling the qPCR kit, which analyzes that extracted sample and gives a result. And that process will increase our revenue per test by over 250%. So we're increasing capacity by over 200% and increasing revenue per test by over 250% with our largest client. So we see that as obviously a main advantage. And then, all the ancillary testing around that, where we have antigen testing that we're bringing to market, antibody testing. We can now sell these things as a package for surveillance and then monitoring and reflex testing. And then we also have the mobile lab so that we can bring that total solution to the client, in multiple locations. So, all that together, we think address a lot of issues. And then we also have some innovation that we're bringing to market with some new tests, looking at the immune system, our own proprietary test that we think could eventually replace antigen, and then ultimately the dietary supplement, which we think could be quite important during this period of heightened concern with viruses.
Yeah, we are seeing, unfortunately, an increase in virus surges here in the US. So how big of a potential revenue driver will the qPCR test be for you?
It's a major, major driver. So, we've all heard that the United States is doing the most tests by any country, and that is only going to continue to go up as cases go up, because you have to get positivity down. Two ways to do that is to do more testing, and then obviously for the virus to stop spreading. Doesn't look like the virus is going to stop spreading anytime soon. And so to get a real handle on the positivity, the only way to address that is really more comprehensive testing so more people can understand whether they're asymptomatic and carrying the virus. And all directions point to an interest in government doing this, an interest from employers doing this, an interest from schools doing this. And so we just see, significant increased demand going forward.
You also released revenue numbers for the month of October, totaling just around 867,000. So what is driving that specifically?
So that's really almost exclusively extraction reagent sales. So, as part of the process, you have the swab and the viral transport media, then the sample gets extracted, and then that sample gets analyzed. So that's really just that middle process of the extraction that we're selling. And that was almost exclusively that. Now, as part of our process of moving and instead expanding to also offer the qPCR kit, where we're going to increase that revenue, so we see, multiple areas where we can increase the sales around that. So selling up and down the chain, and then selling complementary things around that.
So how will you expand your capacity to actually produce these tests?
So we already have the capacity. So, luckily for us, when we started this out, we started with a supplier that is a major supplier in other markets and can give us access to 1 million extraction kits a week. We're only, shipping out about 50,000. So we can go much, much higher. We don't really have an upper limit in terms of what we can deliver to the marketplace at this point. And also that same supplier is working with us on our qPCR kits, and we have even more capacity available with regards to qPCR kits. So we see our position as not really a scalability question from delivering products. There are logistical challenges that we put infrastructure in place to overcome, such as 3PL warehouse, different relationships with shipping companies, an optimized forwarder at the border so that we can make sure our products come in smoothly. So all of those operational issues, but from an actual getting our hands on materials, we don't have a problem.
We'll definitely appreciate the work that you're doing. It's really unfortunate to see this surge, but I guess good for your business. Gerald, thanks so much.
No problem. Thank you very much.